Tuning in on the Havasu Hot Seat. It's day one. We finished up on Windsor Beach State Park after a grueling day in the heat, but the fish were biting. We've got our day one leader here, Luke Johns. How much did you weigh in today, Luke?
I ended up having 2306. It was just a phenomenal day. Honestly, couldn't do anything wrong. Just one of those times. So, it was awesome. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back out tomorrow.
Good. I mean, it sounds like things just worked out. You're on a good momentum to get into day three. Unfortunately, on day three, if you make it, the weight's 0, so you're going to have to catch that again. But what's your plan going into tomorrow?
Honestly, tomorrow, obviously I still got to catch them. I'm fishing against the best guys on the West Coast. They're not going to, let me just waltz into the top 10, even though I had a good day today. So tomorrow, definitely go out, shoot for, whatever bites, honestly. I'm sitting pretty good, both on keepers and weight. So I'm going to go out, shoot for that 16, 17 pound mark, hopefully catch another 15 to 16 keepers. And if I can do one of those two, I'm going to go practice. So hopefully we can find something that gives us some confidence going into day 3. Hopefully we make it to day 3 first, I should say.
Yeah, I mean, you've made it to day 3 a lot of times in the past. I think you won a boat, was it 2 years ago in the championship?
2 years ago, yep, the inaugural year.
Yeah,
yep.
I mean, how many tournament wins have you had in this format? I mean, there's other series that have had it in the past, but weight keeper format, it's a unique deal. You have to make it in on either 14-inch fish, your biggest 5, and then on the last day you have to catch weight either way. But, I mean, how do you go about that format?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. So, honestly, last year, this was one of the things that I actually kind of thought about a lot in the off-season last year was I didn't have the greatest season last year. And I basically point that towards me going into a lot of these events with a mindset of how I'm going to catch them, or I had too much of a game plan and I wouldn't let the conditions tell me what to do. So I think the biggest thing in this format, it doesn't matter who you are, what lake you're on, it's literally just go out, go fishing, let the conditions tell you what to do. The problem with this format, or I shouldn't say problem, but it's kind of a problem, if you're not catching them early on in these events, it's so easy to fall behind. And there's a lot of things that play with your head in these events. Like you've got the live leaderboard, so you can look at it, and it's not, let me tell you, it's not a good feeling when you look at 11 o'clock and you're down there in 60th place or something like that. And that starts to affect your decision making. So I was really blessed today to go out, catch them early. Just got off the phone with my parents. I think they were watching the live leaderboard. They said I never dropped out of first for weight all day. I didn't check too much, but it lets you fish a lot more free. But really, it's going into these events without too much of a game plan. Do your homework, obviously, but go out and just fish the conditions and see what bites.
Cool. So, fishing the conditions, you talked about getting started early. How did your morning go? How'd you catch them? And how'd you catch them bait specifically yet? Save that for a couple more days.
Okay.
But, how'd your momentum start this morning?
It started quick, so blasted off boat 18. Was running over to my first spot. I amping myself up like I always do and pulled in there. I was fishing a little offshore hump, and they weren't really on it. So I kind of went around that and then went out to a little bit of some different water, and I saw a couple fish on the scope and cast it into the first one, and it was a 4 1/4 or something like that. So that started the morning really nice, took a lot of the pressure off just getting that first bite in the boat. And then I caught another one over 3 just a couple minutes after that, and caught another 2-pounder or something real quick after that. So it was nice, just kind of lifted that weight off my shoulders, told me I was doing the right things, had the right baits, was in the right areas, all that good stuff. And after that, I just built off of it. Like I said earlier, it was literally, I think every spot I stopped on, I caught fish if I was fishing. And otherwise, I ran around the lake a lot today and found a lot of cool areas.
So I think what a lot of people have been looking forward to when they hear March at Havasu is the weather's heating up, the water's warm. That means fish are moving up shallow. Sometimes bed fishing, maybe not, but is it what you expected going into it after a 31-day off limits?
It was, I would say it's pretty similar to what I expected. Obviously, we have a major heat wave this week. It's 105 today and for the next 3 days, and it's been over 100 for the past few. So it's kind of an interesting time. There's fish in all 3 stages. You have pre-spawn fish, you have spawning fish, and you have post-spawn fish. I saw all 3 today, caught all 3 today. So there's a lot of options out there right now. But I would say generally it's pretty on par for what I would imagine Havasu is doing this time of year. This is my first time here in March, so It's just it's a cool place, and they're either way, whatever stage they're in, they're biting right now, and I like it.
Yeah, let's hope it stays that way. So let's go into a different trajectory. Talk about a little bit of the tour itself. We've got 70 of the best guys on the West Coast, very talented anglers, high accolades, but we also have a lot of young guys that are still trying to notch that belt and get the first trophy on their shelf. How do you see the Pro Tour growing into what you expected it to be? And I mean, for West Coast angling, is it, I mean, something that guys are looking at now with a little bit, I mean, of a more vision of wanting to be there one day?
I would definitely say so. I mean, I talk to a lot of people that are either fishing pro-ams or, fishing lower level tournaments than this trail, and a lot of them say they want to get up here, which is really cool. I mean, I started with the inaugural season with the BAM Trail, and honestly, I didn't expect it was going to be where it's at today after just 3 years. I mean, it is really cool to show up to a lake, have 70 guys, everybody's got a wrap boat, got their jerseys on. I mean, it's really professionally run tournament, and it's my favorite thing about tournament fishing. Obviously, I like the competition. I mean, I love catching fish, obviously, but having a competition is everything that I live for, and to be able to fish against literally the best guys on the West Coast. I know there's a few names missing. Hopefully those guys join in the next couple of years. But I mean, I think they want to. And the other thing that I think is really cool is there's a lot more young guys. I know I'm still pretty young myself, obviously, but I feel like I'm, getting a little bit older now. And it's just cool to see so many 19, 20, 21-year-old kids either on the tour already or working their way towards it. So, this place has a really bright future, and I think if you're not on this tour yet, you better start working to get here because it's only going to get harder.
Yeah, and we always ask for confidence and some of the tips that anglers like yourself have for those younger kids that are getting into it. You started in high school, but how should a kid, 14, 15 years old, even 18, 19, get into the sport, excel, and try to grow?
The cool thing now is there is so much information and so many opportunities for young anglers. The way that I would recommend young people get into the sport is 2 ways, or maybe 3. Fishing the high school events or college if you're in there, fishing team tournaments with somebody that you know, and hopefully somebody that's better than you. You can learn a lot fishing with better people. And the other way is fishing out of the back of the boat. I fished as a co-angler for, I think, 7 years before I stepped up to the front. And it was awesome. I mean, I drew some of the best names on the West Coast that I'm competing against today. I mean, literally drew Brian Smith, the guy that I'm out here fishing against, today. And those guys can teach you so much. And honestly, it's literally the best deal in fishing. You can book a guide trip for $600 to $1,000, or you could pay a $400-something entry fee, get 3 of the best pros on the West Coast, 3 full days of fishing, and you see how they fish on a real tournament day. It's not, let's go to my honey holes, but not my real honey holes. When you're fishing a tournament, we're fishing our best spots. So if you draw me or whoever else on the tour, you are seeing the best of what they got.
Yeah, and on the co-angler side, you can still qualify to fish that championship later this year.
Yeah.
To fish against the Pro Tour guys, the Pro-Am guys, and take that chance at a $120,000 VXS 20. So not a bad deal for $500, 3 days of fishing, and a good experience on the water.
No,
Yeah.
Makes me feel like I want to get back into co-angling. I wish I started co-angling when this was going on, but no, happy to be at this level now too. So.
Yeah, I think it's about time for you to start rigging up lines, get ready for tomorrow, but
Yep.
What else do you have to say? Anything to wrap it up? Well, where can people find you, follow along with your journey in the sport, and what's next for you? What's after the BAM Pro Tour, or what's after day one of fishing?
After day one, first thing I'm doing is taking a cold shower. It was too hot today, but I'm gonna go get cleaned up, have some dinner, get to bed early, and get ready for day 2. But people, you can find me Luke Johns Fishing on both Facebook and Instagram. I've been a little bit quiet on those 2 for the last couple months, but trust me, I'll be back tonight. Just follow along on the BAM Trail and check out that live leaderboard tomorrow. Hopefully we're running it up again.
Yeah, we will be doing live streams all day long, so make sure you follow Bass Angler Magazine on YouTube. You can see what's happening on Facebook as well. But this is the Havasu hot seat for the Bass Boat Technologies BAM Pro Tour here at Lake Havasu, presented by Tackle Warehouse and Anderson Toyota. We appreciate you tuning in and watching. Get another update tomorrow after day 2. and then it's cut day. So we'll see what happens and who's taking home $50,000 cash.